Hey guys, my name's Elizabeth and welcome back to my channel, Midwest McCulloch Homestead. If you are new here, I am a beginner homesteader and gardener based in South Central Indiana. For today's video, I've got a few houseplants I'm going to be repotting to prepare them for the cold season. It's getting down into the 50s at night, so I started moving a lot of my houseplants inside, but the ones you're about to see, I need to repot before I bring them in. I just want to freshen up their soil. And I want to do it now before it is too cold out because I will be doing it outside as well. Hit that subscribe button and let's get started. I'm telling you about our soil mix. So I am using two different potting soil mixes actually. One that has a little bit more wood chips in it than the other. And both mixes are like generic store brand potting soil. One of them actually has a lot of clay chunks in it, so I have to pick those out as I'm potting. Just a cheap soil issue. Anyways, I added perlite and I added coco coir to it as well. It should be a good mix. The only thing that I'm missing is mosquito bits. I couldn't find those when I was at the store yesterday, unfortunately, but I really like to add mosquito bits to my potting soil because that helps prevent fungus gnats. Alright, I'm going to start with this kalanchoe and just other plants that I know don't need much work, but this one has been in the same soil for as long as I've had it. I don't think I ever repotted it. And so it just needs to be freshened up because it has now gotten hydrophobic, which is where it kind of repels water. It doesn't absorb water as readily. Just going to loosen up the soil a bit. I will add a layer of soil to the bottom of this pot, and then we'll put our kalanchoe on top of it. And this one kind of likes to lay on the side, so I'm going to just let it, I'm going to embrace that. I'm not going to try to make it stand up. I haven't used this pot in a really long time. It's just been sitting in our backyard for a little while now. Kalanchoe will be much happier now. Just gonna wipe it down real quick too. Get rid of all of the spider webs on there. There are a couple of leaves that fell off when I was potting it just now, and these I'll just lay on top of the soil actually, and we'll see if anything comes out of those. They're already hardened off. It looks like they fell off or they've been like broken for a little while. So what's cool about these kind of succulents is they kind of just need to be resting on top of the soil. You don't even necessarily have to have that edge in the soil for it to root. Next I'm going to do this little tiny plant that I honestly, like, it looks like one of those Norfolk Island pines, but it like also vaguely looks like an asparagus fern, and so I'm just not really sure what it is. I got this in the clearance section at Lowe's, and I'm just gonna pick off the dead chunks and pot it up in this pot. I really am not big on that moss on the top, so I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna put a little bit of soil. Next I'm gonna do this Hoya. The Hoya carnosa compacta. It's the first one I've ever had, so I'm pretty pumped about it. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. This is an awesome soil mix too. It's super chunky. I like the bark that's in there, like all the, yeah, I like to have bark in my soil too. And our plant. It's just one vine, so from one cutting. So eventually I'll probably take some cuttings from it, but I'm gonna wait until next spring probably when I can have it outside for a long time, because my Hoyas are very happy when they're outside. There's a chunk of clay. We don't want that. I've been able to keep all of my Hoyas pretty happy. Because they're so succulent, they just are pretty low maintenance. That's super cool. Next, I'm going to repot this beast. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is so cool. Can you see it? But I'm going to put it in this pot that's a little bit larger. Although this one is still super happy in this pot. There's no roots coming out of the bottom. but I can imagine it's super compacted inside of here. So I'm going to put it in a bigger pot. Okay. I can't get it out. All right, here's what we're looking at roots wise. So definitely was time to be repotted. I think that was the second year. This is the second year I've had it in this pot. Oh my gosh, there's just some ginormous roots on there and so many babies. It's been so compacted that it's just pushing out babies like crazy because there's not really much else for it to do. So I'm going to do this very sad aloe. I'm gonna pick off the dead pieces, or at least what looks like it's dying. This one's still got some decent roots, so I'll leave the roots. Here's one. So here's the aloes that I'm going to pot. So far, I'm not good at taking care of aloe because it doesn't need to be watered often. I just kind of like forget and never water. Little itty bitty root. Now I shall top off the soil. I just have some cuttings that I'm going to be putting into the pot. Okay, I lied because this really needs a new pot and I don't have one for it right now. I just repotted this one earlier this year, before summer even, and it's just loving life. We'll have to add in the cuttings at another time. This is my ficus elastica, and this one just needs soil on top because the roots are starting to show. I'm going to leave it in this pot for one more, just for the winter. I'll probably put it in a bigger pot in the spring. It's pretty happy right now, plus it's growing this new branch. I want it to be able to just focus on that as opposed to having to grow new roots if I were to repot it. The last one is Ficus Audrey. So I got it last year on sale from Kroger. It's been in this pot this was the second year it was in there, so now that it's coming inside, I just want to give it a new, bigger home because it's got roots coming out. And I love it, and I want it to be happy. Way too heavy for me to move. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you're new here, hit that thumbs up button, and share this video if you would like to. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.